AgWeek weather is sponsored by Bremer Bank. Connect with a banker today at bremer.com.
What does the month of May have in store for us when it comes to weather? Here's Lydia with our Agri-weather outlook.
We are starting to heat up. Several states across the country, in fact, 22 states, have already seen 90-plus degrees, from California all the way over to the East Coast, as far as Nebraska, as far north as Nebraska. Haven't seen 90s yet in Minnesota, North Dakota, or in South Dakota. Here's what I'm kind of thinking as we go throughout the next couple of weeks. Periodic rain chances. Off and on rain every once in a while for the last week of April. Severe thunderstorms, a possibility, especially as we head into the early parts of next week. Haven't really seen widespread severe weather in the northern parts of the high plains just yet. And I've got a decent chance here as we head into the early parts of next week, right around the Monday timeframe. And then your first week of May looking warm, well above average temperatures, 60s, 70s, if not close to 80 in some spots down to the south, and then fairly dry as we continue to turn the wheels into planting season. Here's your jet stream setup just to show you the forecast for the next couple of weeks. Cool pocket as we finish out the weekend, into the weekend toward early next week, at least through the Great Lakes area toward the northeast coast, while mild and hot air out to the west start to build their way up to the north. And this is what leads into that severe weather opportunity. So here we are Monday. We've got the jet stream set up in a diagonal pattern right through places like Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, toward Wisconsin, even and off to the south. And that's where we'll watch out for some of those stronger storms. Of course, a few thunderstorms will be possible with heavy downpours through South Dakota, southern Minnesota, even as far north as North Dakota. As that pushes off to the east, we do have a little bit of a brief cool down Tuesday, Wednesday until our temperatures start to rebound as we finish out April and head into May. Look at that big ridge building in. That's that bump in the jet stream that we often talk about, allowing warmer air out in the west coast to slide its way up in our direction. And that's as we turn the calendar from April into May. Here's what we're looking at for precip chances. Fairly dry to near normal chances. I've got drier weather out to the west as, again, we finish out April and head into May. Some periodic rain chances possible. You see near normal chances in kind of that gray color. But then as we do dive deeper into May, this now specifically May 1st through the 7th, so that first full week of May, fairly dry across the northern plains. And this time of year, while we're still in drought conditions, it's obvious that we still need precip, but you also physically need dry days in order to get into the field. And so that's what I'm looking at here as we head into early May. As for temperatures, that big ridge in the jet stream that I just showed you, that's going to allow for a warm up. For a lot of the country, really, look at all of these oranges and reds. Above average temperatures expected across the northern plains to finish out April and then especially into May. Look at some of these brighter reds that start to pop up. For a lot of us, this will be the first 70s of the season, widespread 70s, especially across northern Minnesota and North Dakota, while places down to the south could easily heat up toward the 80-degree mark as we turn the calendar into May.